And then you co-own Giselle as well.
Correct. Gizelle is a Romanian import. So this is kind of a wild story, right? So I was up in Northwest Indiana near Chicago, visiting a club. I like to get around to lots of trainers and lots of clubs. I feel that you can only get better by, seeing what works, what doesn't, right? If one person can give me one thing that works, I'll take it in a heartbeat. While I was up there, and I was actually visiting another Schland's dog owner that I helped train a little bit. Um, this head trainer had this dog, and he's like, "Yeah, I got this dog off of a friend of a friend." And it came with this fancy AKC pedigree paperwork. I was like, "Oh, let me take a look at that paperwork." I was like, "Oh my goodness!" I was like, "Braveheart, Romanian import." I was like, "Eric's home." Which is a Netherlands breeder. Um, you know, Seeing dogs in there that are, kind of legends. I was like, dude, you have gold in those veins. So I started asking about the dog. The dog was 5 years old. It was surrendered to the head trainer at that club because the person just couldn't handle the breed. It was eating like chickens. Like it was kind of surviving on its own. Lived in a garage most of its life,
Mhm.
unfortunately. So I was like, start talking to the guy. Next thing I know, I'm taking this dog, and
Yeah.
calling my breeder. I'm like, oh my goodness, we can't let this dog go anywhere just because um, I would say most people can't handle a Belgian Malinois, not without extreme help, which is fine. And then B, this has so much potential, right? So much potential. It's really sucks that she's had such a rough start to life, but right now she's put on weight. The kids love her. My breeder has like 10, 15 kids, something like that, right? Which is another reason why I love my breeder, and all the puppies are whelped at her house, is because these Belgian Malinois are handled by kids,
Yeah.
which is very important
Yeah.
from a temperament perspective and starting off at life. She does have one title. She has her BCAT, which is a very intro coursing title. But the plan is, if we do breed her, which is the plan, then she's still going to have to get those titles on the front and the back end. She'll get at least one working title, and then probably AKC championed. If not, it'd be UKC and international.
And I saw she just got her chick number too.
She's been fully health tested,
Mm-hmm.
both genetically and OFA,
Mm-hmm.
which that was the first hurdle. We didn't know if she would pass that,
Right.
just because there are some environmental factors that will affect it, mainly the elbows. The hips typically will still be good, but elbows are a little bit of a environmental risk. That's why prelims are very important. That's why you want to get them done, at 2 years old. 5-year-old that lived in a garage most of its life. That's concrete's not a kind surface, as my niece
Yeah.
will tell you from last weekend.
Yeah.
um, so, and breeding to a dog with high end titles is also important. So she'll be bred to Chelan's Roman, who's an IGP3 high end trial dog, currently out of Canada.
Nice.